And the drama doesn't cease to stop. I just made a video about the whole Prabhas is a Joker statement by Arshad Warsi and what all happened, and now Nani has come into the picture, and it has now again blown out of proportions. Now Nani said something. He was asked about this because of the promotions he's doing for his new film, and he said something, and that also became a big news, that he called Arshad Warsi, that this statement has made him more public, given him more publicity than ever in his life, and that we should move on from this, not give it too much attention and all of that. Now Nani is kind of clarifying his statement. That's what I heard. So let's hear from him what he has to say about it, and yeah, we'll talk.
Of course, I'm sure you're aware that yesterday when you were asked that question about Arshad Warsi's comment on how he thought Prabhas's character was presented, and he was quite disappointed that he should have been presented in the style that he deserves. And when you reacted, you said that let's not give that comment that much attention, and you also said that that Arshad Warsi got the biggest publicity of his life in this.
It's not. It's not a. I know I've seen that on online how when the language is translated into English, how it might sound, and that always happens with social media. But but I again after I've only heard what he has commented. Because it was all over the social media, the cut pieces like this only, how they have put my.
This is the problem, right? This is the biggest problem, that even I actually, I think I saw the interview first because I follow Sandesh and I watch his work, and I was just going through the interview, and one place he said he talked about Kalki and everything, so I clicked on it and I heard what he said, and I kind of knew this might trigger some something. But I think he, as I said in my previous video, he was talking about the film, the way that character was presented, and the way the character was dealt with, and that's not some. No one has talked about it. I think there are a lot of people, even I in my video said, so many people I know, they didn't like his comedy version of the character, and that the whole part in the first half kind of took the film down, and that's very common. Like, some people could love the film, that's okay, but it's a criticism that is out there. He didn't invent the criticism just to put the film down. So him saying that, and he said it in a way he represented it, but that's what he meant. He didn't attack the actor. He didn't try to attack the film or put it down. He just said he didn't enjoy that, and he wanted something like Mad Max, which is more serious. And again, no one took that context. Prabhas-Joker. That's, he said, Arshad said Prabhas-Joker. That's what spread out everywhere. All the videos, clips shared. And the same thing happened with Nani, that he just said Arshad Warsi never got publicity in his life, kind of demeaning him. And that was shared. Oh, see, Nani said this now. See, Nani did this. And then Bollywood sites and everything. Nani, putting down a big actor, legendary actor known for his work. And like, again, that whole storm has started.
And it's about a dear person, very dear person to all of us, right? And when it's about a person you really love, you kind of immediately react also. It's like, why are you giving so much of importance to an unimportant matter, is what I've asked also. So, but after that, now, because after seeing a lot of, reaction on social media, I went back home and I watched the entire video. But now I know, I understand that everything through social media is being blown out of proportion. And I'm seeing that this morning the reaction is also being blown out of proportion. So I think end of the day, we're all actors, and when I think whether it's Arshad Warsi ji is a very good actor, and we all loved him. Not South, not North, or anywhere. We all loved him in Munna Bhai. Okay, Munna Bhai is like a household movie for everyone, for all of us, right? So I think we have to choose particularly because we're actors. We sit in our with friends in our house, and we'll talk about all films. We can rip the films apart, or the actors also. We being actors, sometimes we need to be extra careful with our choice of words sometimes. So I think in that way,
I understand what he's saying. I totally understand, and that makes sense. That's a practical thing to do in today's climate, where everything you say is just on social media. Whoever you are, if you're a big name, definitely people attack you. But the thing is, that's not the ideal thing to happen, right? Like, why should someone curb their freedom of expression? And it's not that they're attacking a person or they are saying ill thing. Like there are people who say ill things about so many stars and all. They make videos about it and they get millions of views. No one stops them, right? No one is going stopping and watching them. But if a celebrity does it and say something of his opinion about something, suddenly how could he say that? He should not say these words. He should be careful with his words. He just said his opinion. And let's not get political, but there are politicians who just say random stuff and there are no consequences to that. No one cares there. The people who are running our country, the things they are sometimes say in interview and it rallies or whatever, like no one is there to question that, who are running the country we're living in. But if a star said something about other star, that's a big news for everyone.
Him and me both are victims this time. Yeah.
But do you feel
That's
that when you
true.
say that he got the biggest publicity, do you like when you introspect, do you feel
No, no,
that that's a
yeah,
that's,
no,
that's,
yeah, definitely. My choice
that's
of word
not,
was
yeah, that wasn't
that word
appropriate.
was my choice of word was also poor, and I feel, and I think there's the biggest thing you can do is accept your regret. But I'm saying what I'm saying is also, but that sounds so much bad when it's translated. But in the situation, and it was to a journalist was constantly trying to bring up that question everywhere, which in a not so relevant thing. It was trying to say you guys are giving so much of publicity. Why are you giving so much publicity for something which is not so important? Why are we even like someone mentioned their opinion or whatever, and there's so much of
Yeah.
thing around it,
Yep.
and so that's how it started off. But
Why is there so much talk about his opinion? Like, I think it's also like accounts and they get some material and that's just creates, a narrative. Oh, South versus Bollywood. Bollywood star said something about Prabhas. He's calling him Joker. They are envious of South and then you just connect these things and everyone will try to create something out of the other, the drama, because that's get clicks, that's get people money and it just, and this video, I'm agreeing. I accept this video is part of that, or at least I'm trying to break that bubble, that what is really happening, kind of exposing it.
because it obviously will be a reaction, and but it's, I think, see that work side actor aspect is different, and then obviously I know one comment from that side or this side will be blown out of proportion in today's media day and age, and I think we have to deal with it. And if we have we if we if we did slip something, then it's high time we take responsibility, whether it's him, me, or someone else we take the responsibility and we have to go through that whole phase and then only move on. And we cannot, because sometimes emotions are strong and you will react on something, and you might feel that it was unnecessary, why did I.
And that's what media wants, right? That's why these questions are like, that's the kind of a job to get these bits out of actors and then they can turn into news. That they're trained in that.
Yeah, and but you cannot like our movies concept. I think we all need to have a one day to react, not react on the same day, so that
Nice plug
we
in.
can really gauge our words much better, and then we can say it.
But Nani, do you feel there is love between North and South?
See,
Industries are, and I ask this because I see actors genuinely coming out and saying, we love Prabhas, or Shah Rukh Khan going and saying, on at the Locarno
There is so
festival
much-
that South is
and all my
doing such a
almost you
beautiful work.
see my initial interviews or
Yeah.
anyone, I am been a big fan of directors, actors here, and we have grown up watching those
Yeah.
films. So there's always been, see, there's always, even whether, if let's say for example in social media, in Telugu itself there'll be fans fighting for each other, right?
Yeah.
So it's just every day you need a topic for a word, for a fight, okay? And that's how
Yes,
they
it's
spend
the
time there.
Nilanda head.
That's how they spend the morning to evening. It's like a excitement for today, okay? Now let's fight on something else. Let's now argue on something else. So you see this difference.
Just again, I love his maturity, the way he breaks the whole thing down. That's exactly what's the point of all this. Exactly. And that's why, I know all this is happening within public, within fan groups, they want some masala and they get it and then they keep, milking on it. But then comes, when people in the industry, say a statement or, like even after what Arshad Warsi said, there were some other people from the Telugu industry, they said some remarks, very personal remarks and all of that. Like, was there a need? I don't know, but they did it. But that actually then fuels the fire, that, oh, see, big stars are also saying now we are, we'll do more of it. you got more content to add to all the things.
A lot more in the show. But let's stop taking that seriously. In general public, when we meet, we don't think north, south, A, O, and all that. We'll maximum the difference will be about your favorite food items, my favorite food item, and what do you guys, you know, we'll want to know more about each other in real when we meet. And cinema is celebrated now. Particularly, I think cinema is celebrated across. It's not Hindi cinema, it's not Telugu cinema, it's Tamil cinema. Every movie is celebrated across the country, and I don't now. I first of all, when they say north south itself, I feel it's India, and these are all we are one. It's like different studios we are. There's Indian right now. I feel in
That's true.
2024 there's Indian cinema, and we're all like studios operating from different. We are a Telugu studio,
Well
and there's
said.
a Tamil studio, and there's a Hindi studio. It's like how you
And this guy is amazing. Yeah, I love this guy. The way I think way he breaks things down into simpler understanding things. Like the whole idea that all these language industries are just studios working under Indian cinema. That's brilliantly put. I'm going to use it everywhere now.
have one Rama Naidu studio or
Yash Raj.
Yash Raj studio. It's like we are studios. We are studios operating from different places and making our that language films and taking it to the rest of the areas to distribute. So I think we're in a much more better space right now when it comes to cinema. And in general, for the respect towards each other or how we express it in however whenever we get a chance is a lot more than before. So that is why I guess now even a smallest of small things will be triggered a lot more because we haven't been seeing this. See, now if this was happening every single day, by now people would have stopped
Yeah.
caring.
That's true.
We've been seeing
It's not happening like the fight is not happening, right? Before, I think before it used to happen south versus north, south versus north used to happen a lot, and then everyone came together and it was Indian cinema, and people, actors working everywhere, actors working everywhere, and suddenly it's become same. But now again suddenly this India's north versus south, north versus south, again you get something there.
love across industries for so long, right? So that is why I think his words or my reaction or everything will be a big news. It will be like everybody will want to talk about it or anything. But it's okay. Nobody like in
It's
few
not
days.
Saturday today, so
Yeah,
why do we
I
need
might
to
bump
worry?
I might bump into Arshad Warsi ji, and we might give a hug to each other also. And like, that happened, this happened. We could have discussed. So it's not really, but there are the emotions are emotions, and then when you're having a conversation, and it's like you could be. Now, end of the day, what matters is Kalki is a 1,000 crore film. People love
That's
that
true.
film, and we all not doesn't mean that you need to or I
Praise
need to or
it,
anybody need to like it. We all have our opinions, and everybody can share it, and he has absolute right to share it.
The
But where
choice
it's
of-
choice of words, it can be because and who are we to correct that is a different thing. But when somebody asks us our opinion, then you react, right? Yeah.
Very well put and handled by Nani there. It was like I would say the anchor also, like, she persisted. She didn't like, it's getting uncomfortable things, so let's not ask him. That's also good journalism, honest journalism, where you just don't hide from facing and confronting. And Nani handled it really well. And again, the things he described, and the way it described the whole thing and what has happened and what led to it, and it can happen to anyone. I would say, if you think Arshad Warsi was wrong saying that Joker comment, then all the people who are attacking Arshad Warsi for saying that and making personal comments, even that is wrong, because he said wrong, you also do wrong and say it's right. No, that's not how it works. So that's definitely one thing. And good interview, good question and good clarification. I hope this settles things down. Nag Ashwin has also responded, which was very good. Let's end this instead of creating unnecessary debate. Let's move on. And I think if you don't like anyone's opinion, ignore. Why you have to attack? Like, how could you say this? Stop saying this. Shut your mouth. Like, let them say anything they want. If you don't believe that, you say Kalki is best, Prabhas was amazing, you accept that, right? You agree. That's the most satisfying thing that can ever happen. You are satisfied. Why you need other person also to be satisfied? How could you say that? Let him be. I'll be doing a bigger video on this whole drama to kind of break stuff down, what's happening around, especially in movies. So do look out for that on the main channel. But until then, catch you next. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.